Should marriage be limited to one man and one woman?
The short answer, no.
Why do governments promote marriage between one man and one woman? It's not just because two people love each other.
I'm gonna say this throughout this entire fucking video. I know it. But marriage is a fucking contract between two people. That's it. It's not to perpetuate children through the world or some shit. No, it's a contract between two people.
No, it's for the perpetuation and stabilization of our society. This understanding of marriage is rooted in the biological facts of nature.
Two problems I have with this. The first problem that I have with this is marriage is not for the perpetuation and stabilization of our society. If we didn't have marriage, if we didn't have any marriage, straight marriage, gay marriage, none of that would not stabilize it, would not hurt our society, it would not help it in any way. It would be pretty, well, it would not stabilize society just to have marriage. That's ridiculous. It's not going to fucking stabilize society. That's ridiculous. Secondly, you've got to be fucking kidding me. There is no fucking marriage in nature. Depends on how you want to define in nature. If we're talking about, like, you know, the nature on Earth, then it does not appear in nature. It is artificial. It is a man-made idea. It's a man-made concept. And to say that marriage appears in nature is just fucking idiocy. But homosexuality does appear in nature. Fancy that.
But do we really have any compelling reason to maintain such a narrow definition? Or has the time come for the government to revise and expand our understanding of marriage to include same-sex couples? When it comes to the behavior of its citizens, a government has only three options. It can promote, permit, or prohibit their behavior. For example, the state promotes police work, permits most occupations, but prohibits drug dealing. Why? Because dealing drugs harms society, while police work greatly benefits society. In the same way, our government promotes natural marriage, permits most relationships, but prohibits incest and pedophilia. Why? Because incest and pedophilia harm our communities, while natural marriage benefits our communities. And here's how. Natural marriage creates children.
Can't argue with you there.
It best raises children.
Where are you fucking pulling this statistic from? What statistic? Name me the fucking statistic that says it best raises children. It doesn't. There are statistics out there that will say, you know, what organization was it? I will link it in the description. But it fucking says that the sexual orientation of the parents does not fucking affect the children.
It protects women.
The fuck does it protect women? You've given no example. You've given no statistics proving this. You've given no, like, if you were to give me a statistic that says, a legitimate statistic, that says, I don't know, 50% of women outside of marriages got raped or something, then yeah, maybe we should look into it, but I see no statistic.
It civilizes men.
This is fucking straight up retarded. It's implying that men are civilized when they're in fucking marriages. I'm going to beat this woman and rape her and... No! You don't see that. I don't get how people can get this image of, like, if you're not in a marriage, you must not be civilized, or you must not be protected, or... No! No, it's not the way it is.
It lowers crime, poverty, and welfare, which in turn reduces government spending and deficits.
What fucking statistic says this?
In short, natural marriage perpetuates and stabilizes society. Everyone benefits from that, even those who don't get married. Now, let's look at same-sex marriage. What benefits does it provide? Same-sex marriage offers no benefit for society as a whole. In fact, it hurts us.
Two problems I have with this one. Number one, I can name a way that same-sex marriage will help us. It will, alright, to get a marriage license, you have to pay a certain amount of money. So if we allow same-sex couples to get these marriage licenses, that will be revenue for our fucking government. But you were talking about this fucking earlier. You totally ignore this fact that, I mean, yes, it's not, the marriages themselves aren't going to be, but, you know, does everything have to have a benefit? Can't we just do this for equality? Can't we do this can't we just do this for our fellow human fucking beings? I don't see why everything has to fucking benefit us. And secondly, it doesn't fucking hurt us. If I want to get married to a guy, not saying I do, not saying I don't, I should be allowed to get married to a guy. Same goes for women, same goes for other guys. If you want to be able to get married to a girl or a guy, you know, you should be allowed to get married. It's equality.
Promoting same-sex marriage changes the very purpose of the civil institution of marriage. Natural marriage centers on bringing up the next generation, on raising children to become good citizens. Same-sex marriage merely validates sex partners. We know, statistically, that natural marriage creates the best possible family for children. If we alter the primary purpose of marriage, the losers will be the children.
The losers will be the fucking children. Folks, did you hear that? The losers will be the fucking children. Ladies and gentlemen, this person has just gone full retard mode. And I don't like saying that word because people jump right on my ass when I say it. But I'm going to continue to say it throughout this entire video. Because these people just went full fucking retard mode. The losers will be the children. What fucking statistic says that children raised in a same-sex couple will not do statistically as well as people raised in a heterosexual family? What fucking statistic says this? None.
Children. Doesn't every child deserve a mom and dad?
This statement pisses me off for a few reasons. Doesn't every child deserve to have a mom and a dad? And I'm going to sum it up by explaining how I was raised. My parents, my mother and my father, happened to live in a heterosexual household, which I think is, again, bullshit. But my parents are loving. They loved me. They treated me well. They've bathed me. They've clothed me. They've fed me. They've done everything that they are obligated to do. And I've turned out, I think, you know, other people, oh, you're a God-hating atheist, you're a bad person. But, I think that I've turned out to be a wonderful person. I mean, except for my swearing problem, which I don't think is a problem. But, you know, I've turned out to be a wonderful person. And if you think about it rationally, would it have mattered if my mother and father had been two girls or two guys? No. It's sex organs. Organs that decide how people treat you. Organs. That's ridiculous. That is stupidity. That is idiocy. That is just terrible. So, logically, sure, they're gonna act differently. And sure, the results may not be the same, but the results are never gonna be the same because you're never gonna have the same children. Obviously. So there's no way to test, well, unless you want to go to statistics, there's no way that you're gonna be able to logically prove that two parents of the same sex are going to fuck their child up. No, that's wrong to say.
But what about natural marriages that don't create children? They are the exception, not the rule. The only relationships that do create children are between a man and a woman. Wherever same-sex marriage is promoted, schools subject your kids to mandatory homosexual curricula.
What reality, what false version of reality is this coming from? I live in North Carolina. So, you know, and you guys know that we basically banned gay marriage entirely with a constitutional amendment. Yeah, I'm not proud to be from North Carolina now. Then again, when was I ever? But, you know, there is no mandatory, like, unless I am missing something in this fucking country, like, there is no mandatory homosexual curricula. No! That doesn't happen.
Your business and your taxes fund homosexual relationships.
No! Are you retarded? You cannot make this claim. There is no statistical evidence to make this fucking claim. Now, if you had a statistic that said, 1 out of every 100 of your tax dollars goes to a same-sex relationship, sure, over it. You're funding wars, you're funding the killing of innocent people in the Middle East, and you're bitching about funding homosexual fucking relationships? Even if you are, I don't think you are, but if you do think you are, you're bitching about it? You are saying that you are willing to fund the killing of innocent people, but not fucking love?
Your freedom of speech is gagged.
Okay, let me just say this. Your freedom of speech is not affected at all. But, will be treated like a bigot if you act like one. And let me throw this out there. If you are against same-sex marriage, by any definition of the word bigot, you're a bigot.
And your religious freedom is overruled.
Now, here's the funniest part of this, I think, is the thing that people will say, your religious freedom will be overruled. No, it won't. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. You just can't go around acting like a bigot and get away with it. I'm not gonna let you get away with it. I will call your ass out on it. And I love the example that they gave. Student expelled, disagreed with same-sex marriage. Come on, no, a student's not gonna get expelled over that. Like, if you beat up a gay kid, yeah, you're gonna get expelled. If you beat up any kid, you're gonna get expelled, though. You know, you're just... The example that they gave is so far-fetched, and so... Like, apparently, I was not aware of this for a while, but people have this vision of gay people, and I'm not joking. People have this vision that gay marriage is mandatory, and that... Two things. The gay marriage is mandatory, and that gays are trying to rule the fucking world with the gay agenda thing. No, that's ridiculous. So there's this whole. I wasn't aware of this until just recently, actually, that people believe this.
The government has no compelling interest in legally promoting same-sex marriage. None. But we have every reason to continue to promote natural marriage.
Unfortunately, you are correct. The government has no interest whatsoever in allowing, you know, LGBT people to get married. Well, the T, that's controversial for the LGBT community, right? But no, I definitely think that, they should have an interest, but that's beside the point.
But what about equality? The law already treats everyone equally. Every citizen can marry someone of the opposite sex. But is it fair to promote natural marriage but not promote same-sex marriage? Yes, the law treats all people the same, but it doesn't treat all behaviors the same.
So, the stupid thing about this argument is the fact that it totally ignores the fact sexual orientation is a part of you. And because, I'll be honest, I am bisexual, that is a part of me. I experience it, pansexual I prefer, but whatever. I experience attraction to guys and girls, and I experience attraction regardless of gender identity or sex, for the definition of pansexual, and that is a part of me. That is who I've always been. But it's who I am, and to say that not allowing me to get married to the person that I choose to is bad, that's discrimination. Because I can't change that about myself. If I end up being with a guy and I want to get married to him, I should be able to get married to him. So I just think that argument is bullshit. Also, marriage, once again, marriage is not a fucking behavior. It's a goddamn contract. It pisses me off that people fail to recognize that.
Same-sex marriage and natural marriage are different behaviors with different outcomes, so the law rightfully treats them differently. Isn't this discrimination against homosexuals? No, this discriminates against behaviors, not people. For example, are you being discriminated against when the government promotes police work, but you never become a police officer? No, not at all. We all benefit when police work is encouraged. In the same way, people who don't marry someone of the opposite sex are not discriminated against when our government promotes natural marriage. In fact, we all benefit when natural marriage is encouraged.
No. I'm sorry. This is a false equivalency fallacy, and I'm going to explain why. Okay. Okay. The police thing, that is, okay. It is, okay. To say that, okay, this is not discrimination. They are right, but they're using a bad example. They're using a very bad example, actually. The example that is better and that totally debunks their argument would be this. If the government is encouraging white police officers or straight police officers, and you want to become a police officer, is that discrimination? And the answer, and you're gay or black and you want to become a police officer, is that discrimination? And the answer is a flat out fucking yes. That is discrimination. It just is. And I'm gonna throw this out there as well. These are the exact same arguments that they were making when they were making arguments against interracial marriage. So that just goes to show you that they're going to lose this battle. Going to lose this battle, and B, that they're fucking stupid. They're fucking stupid. They can't come up with any new arguments. Not that there are any new arguments necessarily, but they're just fucking stupid.
But what about tolerance? Yes, same-sex marriage advocates need to be more tolerant.
We need to be more fucking tolerant. I need to be more tolerant of your fucking religious beliefs. Fuck your religious fucking beliefs. I'm sorry, but guess what? I am not the bigot here for saying that it is only fair for people to be able to get married to whoever the fuck they want. You're the bigot for saying that I should not be able to get married to a guy, or a girl should not be able to get married to a fucking girl. That is... no. I don't need to be more tolerant of your fucking belief. What kind of dickhead would suggest...
Homosexual relationships are already tolerated in the US. They can already commit themselves to each other until death do them part, without government endorsement. But only the union of one man and one woman should be promoted, because it alone is the foundation of a civilized society.
What the fuck? A civilized fucking society. I'll tell you what. You can find me one society that has collapsed because of same-sex marriage, I will let this argument go.
That's not bigotry, that's biology.
In short, it's not bigotry. It's just biology. I want to thank you for watching this narrative of this. It was actually a blind narrative. I found this video, and I thought, this is going to be good. So I decided to make a narrative of it. And I'm going to have links to statistics in the description. And that'll be it. Thank you for watching. If you watched, I mean, I know I have no viewers right now, but I hope that will change. So thank you. I appreciate it.